I was born ready. I've been waiting for someone downstairs yelling at people. And we are live, and the music is going, and if it's not, we're making believe. Hey, it's magic, and we're live at LASC. Good night, everybody. How are you? Tonight, it's Manic Monday. Give yourselves a round of applause for being out tonight. Indeed, it is a special night. It is a special night. We have so many people here, and we have so many people that do so many things, and I would like to say, that's one thing that just happened. My uterus just fell out. What's it to do with it anyway? Do you want it? Nobody wants it. I don't want it. I'm done with that. Now, see, this position, never do that when you're in jail. I'm just saying, this is the kind of thing you don't do. And you know, you have to keep a straight face when things like this happen. And you see, Jimenez, that's what I'm telling you. You got to spot, you got to make believe that this didn't happen. Although I will tell you a true story that happened with my husband when I first came out here. I was in a store where there was a Persian woman selling me a dress that was 5 sizes too small. I'm telling you, it could not fit me, okay? But she's like, no, really, you look beautiful. So she convinces me to buy this dress, and that they're going to take it out, whatever. And I ask Mark to get me something, and I hear, and I'm like, Mark, say excuse me, you know? But when I turn around, his pants have split.
Oh, no.
But not just split. We're talking about from the front crotch all the way to the back, right? So this is me, new in Beverly Hills, not knowing what's in store for me. The woman says to me, I'll tell you something. If you buy the dress, I will fix his pants. I'm from Jersey. I'm like, deal. And take off 20%. Because I found lipstick on it. Right? Because even if you don't see it, you got to tell them right away. So she goes for the deal, and I'm going, you got to sew his pants now. Because I have to meet this new manager. And I'm going on Comedy Central and meeting this new comedian, Kathy. I should know her name. Kathy Griffin, yes, exactly. Thank you. All right, so now I'm all anxious about this because they want me to change my name at the last minute. She's afraid she's going to say Kuhnquist. I'm afraid I'm going to hit her. So now I'm in this store, okay, and I hear these people coming in. They must be very, very white because they were like, oh, and I heard them saying the same thing to them. This fits you beautifully. I was like, oh, my God, she's lying to them too, right? And all of a sudden I heard, ah! And I turned around, and the woman went into the dressing room, and my husband was bent over. And she never saw an ass that hairy on any Armenian woman. And she was confused, because he had a beard at the time. And the name of this place was called Lily's of Beverly Hills. You know what she told me? And you're a businesswoman. She told me, any of these things that don't fit you, you can bring these back, and I will give you store credit. Not a refund, but store credit. I can deal with that. So I went back on Monday, and she was closed. And it's amazing how that happens, right? And then turns out her sister moves upstairs from me. This gets even crazier, okay? I'm new. I'm from the hood. I moved to L.A. Everybody's dying on my block. Farrah Fawcett, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. I'm like, oh my God. And out of nowhere, someone has been pushed off of a balcony on the 17th floor. And these people have the wrong address, and they're coming to my apartment thinking I'm the relative. And this is when I had straight Persian hair. And I would look like I was lying if I said, no, I'm not Persian. They would be like, you lying. And it was, can you imagine being involved in that much drama? Like, I need to stay in the hood where I belong. Where at least they know me, you know what I'm saying? And it was crazy with Michael Jackson. When that whole thing happened, I was like, oh my God, Farrah Fawcett, because I loved her. Look at every picture of me. Every gay man has made fun of me and said, son, the Farrah Fawcett's gone, and so is the hair. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. And I was like, oh my God, Farrah Fawcett, and they just like flew away. They went to Michael. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And Debbie Allen said the show must go on, as we do tonight. Here at LA School of Comedy, it's not just about comedy. There are people who do a lot of things here. There are producers in this room who also have their own shows, people who have their own podcasts. And just being in the room with people of your kind makes you feel comfortable since the Friars has been closed for many years. I've got nothing to do with what happened in that situation. Nothing. I got nothing to do with that. I'm just saying, putting it out there, but I am a friar. And I paid my dues. What happened to them after that? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. But as you can see, come on in, the water's fine, check in. How you doing? I love when you look behind you like there's so many other people late, right? He's either Filipino or black, because that's what we do. And don't let a black woman trip. She look at that ground like, I know you didn't make me trip like this. I was just walking, right? And then this crack just came out. Crack, crack, a seat, gas, crack, crack, crack. All right, have a seat. Get yourself settled. And so we have a show that's going on tonight also. And it's going to be after this. It's called the After Party at Delphi Greek. We're trying to move this onto a bigger venue. And out of respect for what's happened in Iran, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of our Iranian friends. It's Nowruz. I know you're from Ohio. And Nowruz is what you get treated for with penicillin. But you know something? Here, it's wonderful. It's the new year. Everybody buys goldfish and lets them die afterwards. And it's amazing. But it's true. It's true. You always see goldfish and you see them dead. And you're like, what happened? They're like, New Year is over. You're like, okay. Glad that it's not happening. So if you're new here, I just want to say, look, this is a great place to be. Please follow us. Please like us on Yelp. Please keep us open, because eventually we're going to move him out and we're going to have a comedy club next door. But until such time, we're going to work with what we've got. And so many people have made this room so important to me. And I have to give it up for Shannon from the Shit Show. Shannon Shit Show is here. Give him a round of applause. I don't know where he is, but he's here. And of course, we have Samantha Lindemann, who's always keeping this place together when I'm breaking down. Sam, where are you? I see you're here. And of course, scholar in training right now, we have Monica, and Monica Niemann is here. And of course, we had given up for Monica. Monica with a K, I should say. And of course, if it wasn't for Luke, I wouldn't be in both worlds of a Persian Greek restaurant along with a mixed group of comedy here. And again, if you're asking if this is going to be a black show every week, if I'm here every week, this is going to be a black show. So there you go. So we're going to start up with some fun, because his parents have flown all the way from Ohio. And I'd like to give a very warm welcome to the one and only Luke from Ohio.
Thank you very much. How's everybody feeling? Great. I feel terrible. No, my body's just betraying me. And I've just been putting my stomach through a lot lately. 5 days consecutively, like throwing up. Maybe it's from hangovers. That's beside the point. I wasn't planning to drink. I was practically strapped to the bar, pouring down my throat. But yeah, my body is betraying me. I'm just breaking down. This is unbelievable. I caught my stomach talking to his therapist this morning when I woke up and he was on a Zoom meeting with his therapist. It's unbelievable. He's talking about separation. I don't understand it. It's like he went behind my back, like he went from out here behind my back to talk to the therapist. And that just puts, at that point when my back has to deal with all that support, it just starts to hurt. That's hurtful to my back, because God knows my shoulders aren't going to bear that weight. But yeah, and you know what? I think we'd be better off separating. I just, it's always been a little too big for me. Not to be like fat phobic or anything, but I'm just not. And I think it's time. I think we could separate. But I do have a bit of a weird relationship with my body. I'm very attentive to it, but maybe a little bit too attentive. Like, for example, I just had a little bit of chest pain the other night, and I was like, this is it. It's the cancer. It's foregone. And so I just laid there and I said, this is my last one. And then I burped and I was like, oh, it's just acid reflux. Okay, all right. But I had the one part of my body that I really do like is, of course, the beard. I was born with it, actually. And, it gave me a lot of benefits growing up. You get a lot of respect, maybe that you don't deserve, but you respect nonetheless, and opportunities as well. I mean, at 17, I got an internship. I got a scholarship at the Lumberjack Institute of Ohio. I got a call to be one of Zach Brown's band's background dancers. And I actually got to go live with the Amish for 3 years before they even noticed I was there. So there's a lot of benefits. We've come a long way together. But the thing about getting respect you don't deserve is it's like any job I've been in, they take a look at me and they say, you know what, he looks like he was a volunteer firefighter. Let's just put him in charge. And nobody supervises me. And, you know, maybe I look like I know what I'm doing, but I'm terrible at my job. I mean, I work in the service industry, and especially when it comes to the register, like, I know I would get in trouble because I do this thing called freestyling where I kind of make up the prices as I go. And that is no more, I mean, it's not my intention. I don't have bad intentions, but I just can't say no to anybody. I mean, they come in, they're like, it's my birthday, give me free things. And they come up and they're like, I'm an old lady, I can't afford coffee. And then of course I get like all my homeless regulars, you know, suitcases in tow. And then they come up to the register and they say, you know, like, how much for a cup of coffee? And I'm like, $4? And so they reach in and then they pull out like the 3 nickels and a little bit of pocket lint. And I'm like, you got me this time. Same time tomorrow? But yeah, I mean, I kind of can't stand the service industry. I've been very burnt out lately. Because it's at a certain point, you know, you take so many customers and then all of a sudden you just need to run to the back and start punching the ice machine. Just open it up and start punching the ice. And it comes to a certain point where, you know, all they have to do is walk through the door, and I'm angry. And it's like they walk up and I just start getting mad. And then they stand there and they just look up at the menu and then they go, what are you gonna get? I'm thinking about the matcha. Do you like the matcha? I kind of like the matcha. Maybe I'll get the chai and you get the matcha. No, you get the chai, I'll get the matcha. And then all I can do is just pull out a gun and shoot them. I mean, there's a certain point you just get burnt out. But it's that indecisiveness that just drives me crazy. Although I've realized, pretty indecisive. I had a pregnancy scare the other day. And it was terrifying. I was like, I can barely feed myself. Like, how could I feed another child? Like, but I just kept jumping back and forth. You know, we're on the way to the hospital, you know, to confirm. And I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, you know, you always hear from parents about the pride and the joy you gain, you know, from raising a child, re-experiencing childhood through their eyes. And I just thought about it, and, you know, I was like, maybe we can make this work. It turned out to be a false alarm. Doctor said I was just constipated. Not great. Anyway, that's my time for tonight. Thank you very much. You can find me on Instagram at Luke_Andy. That's ANDY. And let's bring Suna back up to the stage. Thank you very much, Suna.
Take pictures of your son? I did. Somebody take pictures of your son?
I did.
You did, right?
I did.
She's a good girl. She's a good girl. But you know what? A good girl needs a good man. And I'm going to tell you, I got a guest speaker here tonight who's going to give us a few minutes. I don't know what he's going to say, but you will be entertained. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Mark Zack.
No idea why you use me like this. I don't know why I let her do it.
Come on, Anya.
Yeah, Chris Rock ruined my bit. That's true. Last night, he got up at the Kennedy Center, looked out at all of these politicians and everything, and said, are you all out of your effing minds indicting Donald Trump? And they look at me. Chris Rock said that. Chris Rock said that. And they said, do you know what you're going to do, turning him into a martyr? and they were all embarrassed. They didn't quite think of it. So, you know, New York City, you know, Alvin Bragg, interesting man, lets every criminal loose. But he's indicting somebody, and Chris Rock was right. Why did Donald Trump pay $125,000 to Stormy Daniels? It wasn't because he wanted to be president of the United States, because at that time he didn't think he had an apple's chance in hell. He didn't want his wife to find out. The man was doing, you know, the right thing. I mean, he was. He was paying off a little money to make sure that what's this wife's
Melania.
name? What's this wife's name?
Melania?
Melania, whatever. They're all Czech. Anybody ever notice that? They all looked alike. He just didn't want his wife and kids to find out that he was banging the porn star. And she's the ugliest porn star in America. I think she even did have Nettie. That's pretty scary, you know. But when you get down to it, it's a kind of normal, nice man thing to do. If you get caught, pay it off. And it reminds me of the last politician who got involved. You all don't know who he is, all right? We had a governor in New York, all right? Another rich boy, never worked a day in his life, became attorney general, but he decided he wanted to be governor. He got caught with a hooker. He didn't pay her off. And here's the real problem. It used to be that you paid a hooker to come and have sex with them, right? Now you pay a hooker to come and not write a book. The real question is, who taught them how to read? I mean, what is this? I mean, we got hookers who read and write. All right? We got politicians who aren't allowed to pay off hookers. All right? For God's sakes, who paid Bill Clinton's bill? Because you knew Hillary wasn't picking up. I mean, it had to be something going on there, unless, they didn't all keep their mouth shut down in Arkansas. They can't read, so that's not a problem. I mean, so really, what was he doing? Little girls. Oh, I know what the problem was. He got some girl from Sinai Temple who learned how to read. That's what got him. Poor Monica. So, Sunda brings me up here all the time. She wants me to tell jokes, and I'm not funny. All right. See, what's funny is this country. We can go to any day to the newspaper. I can pick up that stupid phone, and I could look there and say, somebody did something stupid, and you're all gonna laugh. It's as simple as that. But here's my final bit. Whoever thought of making a phone that gets as hot as an iPhone? I mean, really, what type of engineering is this? This is another Chinese plot. There's no question that iPhones are now developed to burn our hands, so we can't shoot back. So, and that leads me to one of my, my final, little bits of the world. All right, here it says. Here we are, all running around worried about the Chinese military. The Chinese military. Does anybody remember when the Chinese military fired their last shot in anger? Do you know when it was?
Vietnam.
When they threw the Dalai Lama out of Tibet. They weren't in Vietnam. They let the Vietnamese do all the work. They haven't done shit. With all due respect to Tom Cruise, okay? At least our guys have been shooting at people for a while. We had Afghanis to shoot at. We've been shooting all over the place. And not only that, if worse comes to worse, we'll just hire the Israelis. I mean, so I said to my wife this morning, I said, there isn't a man alive today under the age of 95 who assaulted a beach protected by troops. There's not a live American Marine from World War II who actually did that shit. And do you know how many people we lost? And this guy is running around saying, I'm going to get Taiwan back. The fuck you want Taiwan back? You can buy it. Walk in there with a check. They're Chinese too. They will take the money. Why do you actually need to waste money on bullets? Just offer them a good price. It's Mondays. Blue Plate Special. Something. Now, the worst is going to happen is, I was laughing today because I heard about this bank out. You guys all know about this bank that went bad? What is it, SVB? You know whose fault it was? Sam Bankman-Fried. Just keep that in mind. You're going to find he was behind it. Anyhow, so this is what happens. The federal guy comes in, and I'm laughing my ass off because I spent the whole week talking to clients who, have moved money from this bank to that bank. Comes in, he reads all the documents, which is something the head risk manager never read anything other than, I can't remember his name, but it'll come to me. Anyhow, Ibrahim Kendi. That's all she's ever read. She's been sitting there worrying about being the head risk manager, worrying about woke ideals. And now, of course, I hear if I call you woke, I'm a racist. Right? So back to that, he starts reading. A lost art in this country, except for hookers. So he starts reading. He says, wait a second. This loan document of the money that I lent you on your bullshit product. Like, they lent money to Theranos. They believed her. All right? And this bullshit product, because we thought the federal government was going to pay for it, says you had to keep 85% of your money in the bank what a loan was due. So letters went out today to all the people who withdrew their money from SVP saying, if you don't bring the money back within 5 days, we're calling your loans. So all these wonderful little wokesters sitting out there in Silicon Valley are now sitting there with these nice default letters from the federal government, because they knew they were going to get them up to wazoo, saying, you got to put the money back or we're going to come after your loans. And it's true. Signature Bank, the other one that went bad, every loan I ever closed for Signature Bank, you have to keep your primary deposit accounts here. So now they're all going to come back and say, by the way, your loans are in default because you didn't keep your accounts. Be careful what you ask for, because you know Joe Biden never read any of that either. Couldn't find his reading glasses.
Right.
And the problem with Joe Biden is, my last point is, we're all afraid to tell him not to run again. Because nobody wants to tell Grandpa he's pissing on himself.
I certainly hope I know when I'm pissing on myself, because I'd be very concerned about that. Yes, I would be concerned about that. That's really groovy. But where's the comedy of Mike Moody? Let's get this going. Come on.
Hey guys, make some noise for yourself, just being here. I always get nervous when parents are here.
Oh, sorry.
No, you didn't do anything. I'm just extra pressure. It's like a weird extra pressure. My name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I grew up with my grandparents. Growing up with your grandparents is weird. Growing up with your grandparents is the only time you get beat, and then you ask them if they okay. They're like, you all right? I hear you wheezing. Just make sure you learned your lesson. No, it's hard to live with your grandparents, really, because honestly, going to your grandparents' house is completely different than living with your grandparents. You go to your grandparents' house, and they're like, hey, you know, we have like cookies and cake and like I'm baking stuff. Do you want to eat it? And you enjoy it, and it's like a party. But then when you live there, it's like, you can't eat that. You can't eat that. That's bad for you. It's too much sweets. And it's like a very, you know what I mean? I don't know, that's like the kid equivalent of getting married and having no sex. You think I like this when it was unofficial. Because I live with my grandparents, I have I handle older people with like a different vibe, way more respect. I have way more respect, and I'm like way more open to talking to older people, because older people have a lot to say about stuff and they have a lot to offer. So I listen to them. But sometimes like the small talk is weird, because that's where I live. Like I live in a house with like a whole bunch of older people. And like the small talk is like very weird, and sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to be respectful when they're asking me stuff about like current events. You know what I mean? I was talking to one lady who lives in the house that I live in, and she was like, yeah, Jennifer Lopez got back with Ben Affleck. What do you think about that? And I was like, I don't know, even Batman likes a fat ass? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know what to say. Sometimes I don't know what to say. I grew up with my grandparents, man. My parents passed away like in a car accident on the way to vacation. So I'm not excited for anything. Like not anything. Like even like a good date. Like I'm skeptical. Like I'm talking to a chick and she's like, when we get home, this pussy's yours. I'm like, bitch, we gotta get home first. Don't make promises you can't keep. Oh man. Oh shit. Oh man. I mean, I've been in a mood lately. I've been real like reclused a little bit. I feel like sometimes it's natural to just be like, you know, a little bit onto yourself. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, sometimes it's hard. Like it's hard for men to like talk about their emotions. Like women have like a way better support system. You know what I mean? Like every time you tell your friend you're depressed, like, why don't you go get some pussy or something? Why don't you go have sex? Why don't you go do something like that? You know, that's kind of what you get. That's what you get. Girls like do other shit and vision boards and shit. You know what I mean? But no, you know, it's just hard. You know what I mean? That's hard sometimes. You know what I mean? But you know, as men, you have to keep on going regardless to your emotions, and that's like how you have to go. You know what I mean? You ever have a chick ride your dick and you just sitting there staring into space? Like, it has to be more to life to this. It has to be. I have to perform regardless. I set that up. I'm sorry to do this joke in front of your parents. I have to finish it. To finish this joke. I don't know. And then, but no, it's just sitting there staring into space. You know what I mean? She's fine, you know what I mean? Like, you both come, but you wasn't really present, you know what I mean? You know, I can't just not do anything. Okay, so what's been going on in the news? Oh, they had the Oscars happen. That was cool. Brendan Fraser got an Oscar. I was so happy for that. He got ostracized for, I don't know if you guys know that he got ostracized because he was talking about, he basically been like assaulted by like a Hollywood producer. And it was before it was cool to talk about that, so he got in trouble for it, and he wasn't in any movies. So he's like an underdog. So it's like a big deal. That's why he's like, it cares. It has nothing to do with the movie, really. Like it has nothing to do with the whale, really. I mean, it does. Like he did a great job, but it's like that's one of the bigger things about that makes it a big deal. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. Y'all are kind of young, but I don't know. I saw that they were doing Good Burger 2. You guys saw that? You guys know what that movie is? Okay, I just want to make sure. This shit won't work if y'all don't know what that is. But no, yeah, I just saw that it was cool because they, you know, they're like the last time they played those characters was 25 years ago. And I was like, I hope this is funny. You know what I mean? I don't know what's funny about two niggas pushing 40 that's worked at a fast food restaurant for 25 years. But I'm trusting the writers that they figured it out. I hope they figured it out. I don't know. I want to see Kel. I haven't seen Kel in a while. Kel Mitchell was the shit. I don't know if y'all guys are too young, but Kel Mitchell was the shit. And like that was the person that everybody thought was gonna be famous. You know what I mean? But then now you just see Keenan every Saturday night, and you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's cool to see him make it, you know what I mean? Because, like, you've been rooting for him. Like, he's funny as shit. And he did, like, Mystery Men. I don't know if you guys ever knew about that movie. But everybody thought he was a star because he did this movie called Mystery Men with Ben Stiller. It was, like, the first time Paul Rubens was in a movie in, like, 10 years. And then he just disappeared. You know what I mean? So it's a big deal. I don't know. I feel like I wanted both of them to be successful, not just one. You know what I mean? Just watching Keenan, I don't know, it just feels like, you know, parents getting divorced and you have to stay with the uncool parent. He's like, I want to have fun. He's like, there's fun at the house. And you're like, no, there's not. There's not fun at the house. Yeah, man. Anybody dating? Who's dating? Yeah. How's it going?
Trying.
Yeah, it's fucking rough now. I saw all the guys raise their hand. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but I feel like it's way harder to date now because like women are the new men with dating apps. Have you guys ever noticed that? Like they're the new men. I was talking to one chick. She's like, "What can you do for me?" I was like, "Oh, I got a couple inches. I don't know. What are you looking for? I'll take you out. We can eat. I don't know." I was talking to one chick. They were really forward too, really fucking forward, way forward than like we fucking dance around conversations. Like they're straightforward. Thank you. And No, I was talking to one chick and she was just like, yeah, you know, maybe when you get comfortable, like, I can peg you. I was like, what? This is the first conversation. This is the first conversation. She's like, no, you know, maybe I can just like fucking your ass. I was like, yo. Call me old fashioned, but I feel like I'm supposed to bring that up. I'm supposed to ask you that. To each his own, man. I feel like everybody deserves happiness. You know what I mean? I think everybody deserves happiness. You just gotta fight for it. You know, color, race, orientation. The only thing I think is hard is like pronouns sometimes. I think we go hard with the pronouns when people choose to express the pronouns. Like, what if the world's in and then you're trying to grab somebody's hand off a ledge and like, yo, bro, I got you. And they're like, it's not bro. It's they. And then you just like have to, all right, grab them, and you know what I mean? You gotta grab them anyway, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like, not to point it, I'm not trying to single anybody out, but I feel like they, them is like the hardest pronoun. I feel like you stole that shit from the Illuminati. Like, that's crazy. Who killed Tupac? Them niggas, bro. They did that shit. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, I love those colors. And I am really sad that I missed you on St. Patty's Day, but I want to just give a big shout out and bring him to the stage. The producer of the Shannon Shit Show, the one and only Shannon. Let him hear you. Come on, Shannon. Let the comedy play.
Sunday, you're not the only one that didn't make it to the shit show on St. Patty's Day.
Oh no.
It's the tournament. I went to a bar. What? I slept. Fuck off. Some good basketball on that day. Notre Dame wasn't playing, but I didn't care. All right. See Farley Dickinson do their thing.
Hey.
Fun. You guys think the homeless are affected by daylight savings time? Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you've got a nice nexus of an hour there where you're probably catching your most REM sleep. And then all of a sudden, the fucking city starts moving. You're like, it's still fucking dark. What's going on? Why are you up? I know you. What? You know? I'm just saying, I'm a fan of, let's just have a standard time here. You know, it's not an agrarian culture everywhere anymore. I don't think we got to get up and reap the harvest. Okay? You got to get up and fucking just get up. We all do that, right? More harrowing experiences you're ever going to have in your life is, oh, my alarm didn't go off yet, and I'm up. How have I programmed myself to be? God damn it! Now there's an alarm. Oh, shit. Well, Oscars just went by. I'm a fan of any spectacle that, you know, I guess trivializes the human condition. So I love the Oscars. Okay. Anything that's completely unimportant that we have to put on en masse for breads and circuses. I'm a big fucking fan. Alright? I love that shit. I was watching In Memoriam. Lenny Kravitz, who, he went a little over the top on the outfit. I love Lenny, he's great, but, you know, he had some weird Elton John meets fucking, like, David Bowie meets Prince thing going on. I was like, it's too many ruffles! I know they're black, I know it's supposed to be silhouetted, it's way too many ruffles, Lenny. Okay? It's drowning out your voice. Pull it down. You know? But I'm watching In Memoriam, and I just had this expectation of that chick from Rust to pop up at some point, you know, director of photography. But then I thought about it. I was like, she's not a member of the Academy. If you're going to be memorialized at the Academy Awards, you have to be a member of the Academy. And then it popped in my head that Alec Baldwin is a man of certain age. And it was very possible that over the past year, he could have dropped dead of many things. Embolism, you know, stroke, hit by a bus, accidental misfire from a misappropriated firearm that somebody didn't take care of. All this shit could have happened. Could have happened. All right? And the thing is if you're a member of the Academy, Alec Baldwin is a member of the Academy. You gotta memorialize him. How do you not memorialize the person that he manslaughtered alongside? What a conundrum for a bunch of gay guys in the fucking Hollywood Hills over brunch, trying to shut their dog up, going like, is there a loophole? I don't know. I don't know. We're like 2 weeks away. Is catering good? I don't know. Did we lose another note for Best Picture? Fuck that. That was a one-time thing. That was a one-time thing. It will not happen again because my friend Gabriel doesn't work there anymore. I'll give you that story later. It was actually his fault. That entire company went down through La La Land. I know the inside dope on it. It's hilarious. Oh, man. So do the homeless notice daylight savings time? I'm just kidding. You fun to roll through shit like that with dementia. Honestly, though, at the Oscars, I haven't seen that many Chinese people and Irish people together since we built the railroads. Really? You know, if you guys don't know, Irish went east to west. Chinese went west to east. We all met in the middle. And the Irish were like, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, we're building the railroads. Like, that's what we're doing. Like, how much did you get paid? Like, not much. Like, yeah, you're right. We'll be cattle barons and then send all our sons back east to be crooked cops. You guys can go back to San Francisco where it's still illegal to carry water on a stick. That's an actual fucking law that's still in effect in San Francisco from way back in racist times. That was a way to punish the Chinese because they would carry like a little bag of water on a stick. That's good legalese right there. Imagine bringing that up in court nowadays. Like, he was carrying a bag of water on a stick, Judge. What? Look at the bylaws. I am strictly in the right here. Oh, man. LA natives, I love you guys. I buy drugs from you people. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Ohio. It's not like I'm going to get a shipping charge. Nah, fuck that. I do like the way that the locals, like my dude, would be like, hey man, meet me on the intersection of Duquesne and Sepulveda. And I'll be like, Duquesne? You mean Duquesne? Be like, I ain't got a clue what the fuck you talking about, man. Duquesne and Sepulveda. Like, okie dokie. All right, that's fine. So if you guys are going to mispronounce French, like inherently, I'm going to overpronounce it. So the next time we meet, it's going to be on La Grange and Sautel. Right? You guys don't want to know your French? I won't know your LA. Fuck off. Find an even space in this. Guys, I emotionally abuse my lawn in the hopes it starts cutting itself. I'm in a really good place with my alcoholism right now. I mean geographically. Because I live directly across the street from the dialysis center. Face it, people, we're adults. Most of the cost is in transport. Okay? I'll crawl my ass across the street. No problem. There's something with wheels on it somewhere. Speaking of that shit, if you've ever ridden the bus, if I would have known I was going to ride the bus so often, I would have voted against the People with Disabilities Act of 1989. If you don't know the bus, then you don't know the collective sigh that reverberates across that tin cylinder when everyone looks up from their phone and they're about 10 minutes away from work and we see that hover round at the next stop and we're like, you can literally hear the bus driver fart out of his eyes like, God damn it. It's fucking low. Come on. Yeah, no. Okay, back up. Let's get the belts on you. And then inevitably they get off at the next stop. It's a quarter mile away. It's a quarter mile away. You're on fucking wheels. You're on wheels. Okay? Roll your ass up to the next stop. I do not want to get yelled at from Brenda, who is 17 years younger than me because I work at a fucking froyo shop because I'm a failure and still wear a name tag at 45. Piss off. All right? I don't care what your disability is. Diabetes, myobetes, fucking you got hit by a fucking mosquito who's huge. I don't care. All right? I only wear lambskin condoms. What? Feels more natural, man. You know, for the sheep. What's a little bestiality amongst friends, people? Come on. Anybody got a favorite animal out there? Like a spirit animal? Lenny, what would you be if you were a man? An eye-eye? Oh, well, that's a rare one. Explain eye-eye real fast.
It's a little marsupial monkey thing that lives in Madagascar, and it's black and has big eyes. Like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, an eye-eye. You're talking about the little mouse thing that sits on your shoulder with the huge eyes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I did. And excellent obscure choice, my friend. There's another word for it. I'm going to come up with it later. I fucking forgot it. But yeah, okay, I that's fine. Most people look, the main ones are tiger or eagle. Those are like the stock answers. But I is wrong, and so is tiger or eagle. If you're going to be an animal, you should be something extremely useful. And that's why I would love to be a scapegoat. No, there's no more useful animal in the lexicon than scapegoat, people. Come on, I got one tied up in the back of my glass house where everyone else is to blame so that I am never at fault. Okay? Like, it's just a great moral compass to have. This fucking thing will get... Which is it? Are we at 2 or are we at 0?
Sorry.
Oh, bye. Monica, you gotta learn to pre-lap.
Tell them where the show is.
Shit Show, 3815 Sawtell Boulevard, Friday nights at 10 p.m., Thursdays at 7 p.m. Show up, it's an open mic, and it's a rougher crowd, so beware.
This isn't rough. So it goes with the comedy of Marcos. Let's do this.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Get a little comfortable. Just get a little noise. Everybody having a good day? What are we gonna do today? I was working out today. You know, I think it's good to like keep your body healthy. I just don't want to be like a burden when I get older. You know, like some old people. You know. That's the main thing. I'm just trying to figure out, the best way to live life, So I just think about stuff like that. Like, what do you think is a good age to die? Anybody?
13.
13.
Whoa.
7 months.
Okay. Well, let me start off with 13. Let's turn into like an abortion thing. Never too late to kill yourself. So you said 13. You said? Why would you say that? You said it.
because you're old enough to have experienced something, but young enough to not know it didn't matter.
Can't really even process it. So you said 7 months?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Death is something that the people around you are always going to have to deal with. So why not have yourself not have to deal with at all because you can't comprehend jack shit because you're a baby? I mean, it's going to destroy your parents for the rest of their life.
I respect it. I respect it. Avoiding of pain, you know, but life is pain, but it's not a bad thing, right? You know, you gotta do it to get to places, you know. Any like more serious answers besides? I respect it.
66.
60. Why would you say 66?
Oh man, you just asked for a regular answer.
I'm going for 80.
66.
80.
Yeah, 90.
The consensus, if I'm using that word correctly, is usually you try to live as long as as long as you can, you know. But then sometimes people they even do that when they're not having like a great life either. So, I was watching like a video of like an old lady and she was like really old and they were like, "Happy birthday, Grandma!" And then she looked at them. She's like, "Hopefully it's my last."
Oh,
And she was serious. So. But if you could figure this out, then it could be a great, you know, because I hear like older people, they're like some of them they're like, I didn't think I would appreciate being older, but then they do. It's kind of like you stop caring about certain things. Let's see who's anybody else. Did you eat those or did you have to pay for them?
You want to know the best age to die?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
let's hear it.
You want to die when everybody you hate is dead?
There you go.
Piss on
There
your
you go.
face.
That's what was the last part? You have somebody to piss
Piss on my
on the graves. I like that. Or other bodily fluids. Yeah, you can come on someone's grave. You know?
Someone's great. That's not how plants grow.
If they would be so lucky, right? More life stuff. What do you guys think in the back of there?
About
A
life?
good age to, you know.
Oh gosh.
I want to live one more day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always
at
one
least.
more day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off till as long as possible. You know, just out of spite for everybody. Kind of like.
That's right.
Kind of like these things,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can do anything you want. It's life, right? You can have fun. Anything interesting happened to anybody today?
Crackhead broke into mine.
Crackhead, we talked about this. Did she come back? She came back?
When did you come back? What?
What happened? with
That was
that?
all night.
Same thing.
I don't believe
When?
the story.
You gotta. He doesn't believe the story.
Video, buddy.
Video?
You're going to have
You
an
have video
actually
this
show
time?
the crackhead.
No, God.
Yeah, talk about when did it happen again? I saw you on Friday and it was at 1.
Yeah.
I think. Well, you said you want her to come back, so
You want to hear the audio?
let's hear the audio. Put it on the mic.
It's really shitty
Cause I would have scared her away, you know.
Why?
I don't want to fucking.
Dude, Letty
crackhead
couldn't
brain.
scare her away.
She's hot.
So she's. How old do you say she was? She was.
29, so she's pushing it, but like...
Jesus Christ.
What? What?
All right, let's hear the audio.
He's 30, he's... You want to hear the audio?
Yeah, let's hear it.
She didn't talk a whole lot, just cracked the fuck out.
I just want one good like little line.
Sounds like crap.
All right. That's the air going through her
Money,
fucking
when
brain.
was this?
Alright, I don't hear anything.
Wait.
Sounds like you were fucking broke into her house. It's fucking. Well, you said you live by the.
Okay.
It's 2 minutes,
right?
right?
There.
Yeah.
You got it?
Okay.
I told you it's shitty audio because the fucking...
You said you got it?
Okay.
would smoke like at 7-Eleven though. Across the street.
Sounds like you gotta be more assertive with her. It sounds like you're just hanging out with her like it's her house.
I'm a people person.
You're a people pleaser. You gotta tell that bitch to get the fuck out of here. But this has been fun. My name is Marco Santana, and you can follow me on Instagram if you like at Marcos00Santana. Thank you very much.
Now you see that? Now I've turned this into a whole other thing. And we're going to have to bring up more people. And I'm going to bring up this lady for a few minutes because I think she's just plain funny. Let's give it up for the funny lady over here, Maria Jimenez. Let's try this. Let's introduce yourself, Elise.
Elise, okay.
Okay? Introduce yourself. This is how we do this. Like Marco Santana. Come on, from Maria. Hello, everyone. I'm Maria as well. Then I introduce myself. Okay. Okay.
Come over here. Tell these gentlemen what you do for a living.
Okay. So I drive a semi-truck.
Okay.
That's big old truck, yeah. 12-foot trailer. No, 12-foot tractor trailer and a 53-foot. Okay, I'm not ready. You made me change my whole paragraph and everything. Now before I wasn't even ready. Now I'm like, I'm actually not ready.
Just tell us what you drive.
A truck, a big semi-truck with a 53-foot trailer, you know, the same old thing I just said before.
18-wheeler?
18-wheeler, yes. Okay.
Hey, if you had a chance for a bumper sticker, what would you put on the back of your truck?
I'd just go around. You want me to change all my paragraphs? I'm rewriting everything, and I'm like, no, I wasn't ready before, and now I'm not ready.
Now these men who think they've got a license, tell them. You guys got a license here? How many men have a license?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. And I'm not gonna do it right now.
What kind do you have?
A Class A commercial driver's license. Who else gonna be driving a truck?
Damn!
Okay, thank you. That was very kind of, but it's not. Let me rewrite. Let me at least memorize a little bit. It's, you know. Okay, thank you very much. You got up there, which means something over here. But Lenny, let's hear it from you, baby. Besides the crackheads, let's do this. Come on, bring it up to Mackenzie.
Oh shit. Yeah. Somebody have a podcast in here?
Yeah,
Who?
it's private.
All right. Just wondering. You didn't believe I had a crackhead come to my house, Mark?
Lenny, I have a place in the East Village.
Mhm.
All we had for years was crackheads.
Oh, yeah,
You know what
East
Sunda
Village.
did?
Oh, Mark, let him do spit.
Oh, I'm sorry. He asked the question.
So, you know the crackheads generally don't like being filmed. Yeah. Alright. My name's Lenny. Hello. Half of you seen me before. Yeah, I just graduated high school. Yeah, thank you for your applause. I had a lot of... Somebody say something? Alright. I had a lot of fun in high school. Yeah, mostly because I look like a school shooter. The principal thinks you're a school shooter. You own the fucking school, you know what I mean? I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted. That shit was great. I had so much fun. Made a lot of friends in high school. Kid named Room. It's a weird name, it's even weirder fucking kid. Told me when he turned 18, he's gonna get a tattoo on his left arm that said Mom, tattoo on his right arm that said Dad. I was like, oh, That's gonna be fucking weird when you jack off, isn't it? So I actually used to drive a Mustang in high school that my principal bought me. I had a lot of fun in that thing. Remember I was driving it down the road one day, skipping class, and up in front of me was a big fucking muddy puddle spanning the length of the road that was just filled with fucking mud and horse shit and who the fuck knows what. So naturally I steered my car off the road. I was going fine with somebody, small child, had to go and check the mail. So I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, shit, you know what I mean? I might have to fucking like last minute just swerve and put my car through that fucking horse shit and mud or whatnot. And when I tell you I was washing my car for hours that night, shit, I mean it. Because blood doesn't come out easy. Come on, start a YouTube channel for ISIS. I feel like it would really blow up. Yeah. Shit. Back in high school, my friends used to tell me they didn't watch enough movies. So I just decided to watch Despicable Me. I forgot the movie though, forgetful person that I am. So I tried to describe it to one of them, and I was like, you know, he's like, what movie did you watch? I was like, the one with all the little yellow people with all the gadgets, and he was like, oh yeah, Crazy Rich Asians. Alright, fuck that one. Fair enough. I kinda wanna fuck a midget. They deserve love too. I have to say midget though, because I can't say I want to fuck a little person. It just doesn't. It just doesn't sound right. Back in high school, my house burned down, just entirely to the ground, all due to my own forgetfulness. Cooking breakfast one morning before school, left for school and forgot to turn the oven off. When I returned home, I found out that my house had just burned to the fucking ground, like just all the way to the fucking ground, you know what I mean? It's told that my family had got out safe and nobody was hurt, but I still beat myself up over that incident each and every day. I just really wish I remembered, you know? Just really wish I remembered to lock the front door. Yeah, now you get it. Slow motherfucker. Speaking of slow motherfuckers, my little brother's retarded. Yeah, it kind of sucks because I can't hit him. But then again, if I did hit him, I don't think anybody would know. That one took him a second. Jesus Christ, my little brother ain't that slow. Holy fuck. I don't think wife beating is as big a problem as it's made out to be. I really don't have much of an issue with it. I think it's just like delayed self-defense teaching, you know what I mean? She get in a free self-defense class, because it's like, you know, if she's a smart woman and she's with a good man, he's not going to kill her, you know what I mean? He's just going to, he loves her, he's not going to beat her to death or nothing, he's just preparing her for a potentially more dangerous confrontation. Always looking on the bright side as I do. I hate restaurants, they just fucking bother me, you know what I mean? No, I do. I hate when you walk into a restaurant and tell you it's fine to smoke in there, but then they fucking freak out when you pull out a crack pipe. Like, it's the fucking worst. Bunch of cunts. You guys remember Dare back in high school? Dare, drug awareness. Oh, yeah, those bunch of cunts. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Those unsuccessful bunch of cunts. Here's the thing, right? If I was gonna fucking try to scare a kid off drugs, I would not take him to Dare. You know where I'd take him? Any open mic in America. This is your first open mic, you don't know. Go to Magic Mounds, you'll figure it out. You ever noticed how there's a liquor store next to every comedy club? Like within feet? Not an amazing fucking coincidence? Alright. Fair enough. How much time do I, Monica? 3? Fuck yeah. Try some new shit. So, I hang out with homeless people a lot, because I'm better than you. I was hanging out with this homeless guy, and I was giving him pizza, and I didn't really like talking to him. Like, he seemed like he was in his right mind. He's this older black homeless guy, and like I mentioned that he's black because they age really well, so like he's even older than he looked probably. But I didn't really want to talk to him.
It's a fair assessment.
What?
It's a fair assessment.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I respect all my elders, but I respect my black and especially my Asian elders more because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they look old, think about how old they really are compared to the whites. But I don't really want to talk to this guy because he's kind of going on about his old man stories, and that shit was not fun. Just talking about how he lost his job and blah 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 blah, and you know what I mean? How he used to beat his wife and oh fuck. Alright, fuck. I don't have time for that one. So I called my girlfriend a bitch yesterday, and like, what? Like it's she thought it was positive, you know what I mean? Because she's fucking stupid. Like I like dumb girls personally. That's my preference because they can't defend themselves in court. But
Whoa! Yo!
You good, Lincoln?
I'm
What
good,
the
I'm
fuck
good.
was that? Jesus Christ. I'm out of time, aren't I, Monica? Yeah, thanks for that, Lincoln. You fucking cunt. Thank you all for your time. Lovely meeting you all. Bill Cosby is innocent. Thank you. Lenny McKenzie on Instagram.
Lenny McKenzie on Instagram and on stage. Henry Lazarus, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you. Woo!
All right, I want to go through one thing. Mark, I love you, and this is to help you. Your phone's been on. You saying your phone's hot, and I was immediately like, oh, okay, you have an old phone. You don't. Your phone's relatively new. The reason is you've been on it the whole time, and I guarantee you if I were to swipe up, you have no less than 50 different apps open at one time.
That's totally untrue.
Is it? Swipe
I've been
up.
watching all of you.
No, swipe up. Do how many apps do you have?
I've been watching this being streamed live on YouTube. I'm checking.
While reading, Mark,
While reading.
Mark, you're still not swiping up. I'm telling you, I guarantee. Swipe up. There's gonna be 50 different apps open.
This is a 15, a 14. You swipe to the left.
No, you swipe up from the bottom.
The truth of the matter is.
No,
Left,
almost bottom left from the bottom left to right first.
This is not for men of my age.
He was showing up.
Almost. There you go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason. That's a little. That's part of the reason. Okay.
My computer can have.
He was because he was saying it's so hot, and I'm like, how much do you have open at one time? And he was like, oh, I have no apps open. And he's like watching YouTube while reading the New York Times, while also having 30 different things going in the background. I know you don't read the New York Times. You read One American News Network. I got it.
The New York Times.
No, I don't care. I don't care. Stop talking. I don't care.
You have to learn this.
I don't care. Let me. Okay, we're done. We're good. We're good. I don't care. I don't care. Gotta start reading One American News, I guess. Newsmax. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. Mike, this is my thing. So, I think that's part of the reason you're such a great comedian, that your parents died on the way to vacation. You got that darkness.
Okay.
But this is the thing. You could have been you are a very good comedian, but also, you could have been, if you had like channeled it in a more positive way, you could have been like Tony Stark. You know? Like, I thought that was solid. One guy. I had one guy. I'm sorry, Mike. I had one guy who thought it was solid.
It's not too late, bro.
Get imprisoned in like Afghanistan or whatever it was, with a box of scraps in a cave.
I was seeing Tony Hawk.
Bro, Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's parents died when he was a young boy, and that led him to be really good at tricks on a maple board with wheels. The ramp was his only love. It was all he had. Poor Tony Hawk. I love Tony Hawk, though. You know Tony, like he's bad. He's like 50 years old and he has the knees of a 14-year-old. It's fucking insane. Like, I mean, he's the first man to ever land a 900. Like, it's big. That's big shit. All right. For those of you who are new, like Luke's dad, who I like, 10 minutes ago I like glanced back at Luke's dad and I was like, it's just so cute. It's like they look so similar. It's like, it's just like so beautiful. It's like, oh yeah, that's definitely Luke's dad. Like, you know, there's something like super funny there. It's just like they're you know, it's nice. I don't know. It's sweet. Right. I like it. Okay. My name is Henry Laz. I'm a Jewish comedian from New York. Because I'm sure that's not a perspective you've heard before. I'm sure it's very fresh, very new. It's interesting. Shut up. I've known I wanted to do comedy for a long time, actually. I first took it on stage when I was 14, but the first time I ever wrote it... Shut the fuck up! The first time I ever wrote a joke was when I was 12, and I performed in my English class, and I bombed, but... I still remember the premise of the joke I told, and I've kind of reworked it, and it's not bad, okay? So, I was confused as to why, like, when you're feeding a baby mushed peas, it'll be like... But then, like, you tell the baby, like, oh, here comes the airplane, they'll be like, I love terrorism. Malaysia Flight 370 down my gullet. That's where it is, guys. I've been saying that for months, and then Netflix puts out a documentary making it more topical, so it's funnier. I love it. Thank you, Netflix, for putting that in the top 10 on your site, the Malaysia Flight 370 documentary. No, yeah, I'm Jewish, and I'm from New York. Everyone always asks me, like, what being Jewish means to you. I'm not really religious. I care about it because, like, you know, like, the thing that happened that one time, like, I guess it matters, but... Like, what it means to me, I guess, I'm kind of, being from New York, I'm kind of particular when it comes to, like, bagels. I don't know. You ever buy, like, the store-bought bagels and just get pissed off? Like, probably not. You're from the Midwest. But you know, it sucks, alright? I don't know. I like watching things with a Jewish perspective sometimes. Like, I was watching MasterChef, and there's this not old, he's a relatively young guy. I'll tell you that after. But he was saying, you know, they were trying to replicate a dish, steak frites, and he was like, have you ever gone to a restaurant and ordered something and then gone back and ordered it again? It's completely different. That's the most disappointing thing you can ever experience. And, like, I don't want to discount what he's saying, you know, like, it is a disappointing thing to experience, but, like, it's not the most disappointing thing you can ever experience, you know? Like, for example, I'm Jewish. If I was born in Poland in 1926, that would have been way more disappointing. My bar mitzvah would have sucked, honestly. Like, it would have been terrible. I mean, really. Like, come on, it would have been terrible. I wrote a joke that is intentionally bad, and I don't know, it's like one of those, it's like a one-liner that just, it pisses you off, you know? So, I don't know if you heard that the United States recently sold some nuclear submarines to Australia. It's because they wanted some allies down under. It's awful. It's bad. It's a very bad joke. It's kind of clever, but it sucks. It sucks, alright? Don't tell me otherwise. It sucks. I was watching the movie Annie Hall recently. I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's a really great movie. You do have to, like, detach the part where it's like, okay, he touches kids and marries his stepdaughter, like, you know, just appreciate Woody Allen's movie. Because there's some nuggets of, like, real gold in there. Like, the first scene, he says this line that's really good. It's an extrapolation of Freud, but he said, I would never want to be in a club who would have me as a member. And I would never want to be a part of any group that has me as a member. And he used it kind of like as allegory for his relationships. You know, like, would someone want to date me? And it made me like think about it like when it comes to myself. You know, like, would I want to date me? Like, and there are some pros and cons. Like, same with the guy Woody Allen plays. Like, there's this one scene where they're making out and he's like, guys, I can't get it out of my head, guys. I can't get it out of my head. The bullet came from 2 different angles, okay? Like, there was no way that it was not, there was not more than 2 shooters. Harvey Oswald couldn't have done it himself. There had to be someone in the grassy marsh. Like, and it really, like, it's just a situation I feel like I've been in a little bit, you know? Like, I'll be in bed with someone and they'll be like, what are you thinking about? And I always come up with some sort of cop-out, like, oh, you're pretty, you know? like, for real, like, oh, like, your eyes. I don't fucking know. It's always something stupid. Because if I were to be honest, it wouldn't be good. It would be like, what do you think about MJF? What's MJF? Not what, baby? Who? Maxwell Jacob Friedman is the hottest star in wrestling today. He's an AEW World Champion. And if you're wondering, yes, Maxwell Jacob is Jewish, and he's better than you, and you know it. Basically, he comes out wearing a Burberry scarf, and he disses every city in existence, except for Long Island, because he's from Long Island. But he's salt of the earth. Yeah, I think that's why I don't have a girlfriend. I can only imagine that's part of the reason. Like, I don't know, I was hanging out with a girl recently who was a paralegal, so I had to check. She was lying. She had both of her legs fully working. Fully working. Just liar. Like, I don't know, she's going to Stanford Law School in August. Yeah, I know, she's smart, but she's hanging out with me, so take it with a little bit of a grain of sand, obviously. I don't know, like, she had like a little thing of Socrates in her apartment, and I was like, damn, Socrates, he's kind of like a punk-ass bitch, don't you think? And she got like really upset. She was like, how could you say that about Socrates? Like, what do you mean? You don't like Socrates, like his writings? And I was like, babe, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about Socrates. I don't care about JFK. I don't care about the president. I just came in my pants. I've always found that when you're like ending in a weird way, you just say you came in your pants, and it's a good way to end it. So thank you guys for following me on Instagram. Have a blast. One thing before Sunday takes me off. I want to give a shout out to Sam, who's been fucking running this place pretty much for the past like month while Sunday's been away. She's been hosting every fucking show, absolutely killing it. Shout out, love you. I'm gonna go pee.
That's not pee. That's not pee, and that's not mayo.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I want you to watch him in the bathroom and see.
Wait, what do you think I'm doing?
I want you to make sure that they're just not coming all over the place.
What is that?
You're all peeing.
Now I'm not going to.
Why? Are you pee shy?
I don't need to join the fucking party. Yes, I am.
You know what
shy.
I love?
Thanks for asking.
I love when
I am shy.
I really love when someone thinks that perhaps I haven't coated Samantha with honey for the last week. From Liverpool to New York to Los Angeles, I have covered you with honey and glaze, and I'm so glad to bring you to the stage because you did a hell of a job this past month. I didn't know I was gone a month, but now I'm reminded. Wait till you take over for the rest of the fucking place. Come on up, Sunda. There she goes. Give it up. Watch out, Sarah Silverman.
Because I heard we have the same blood type, bitch. And I'm gonna, I don't know, like, every time you say that, I try to come up with something new. Hey guys, how you doing? That's really good. I'm Sam. I'm from LA. Is anybody else here from LA? No way. I knew it'd be like minimal. I have like New York pride about Los Angeles. You know what I mean? Like people are like Brooklyn, and I'm like Hugo Robertson. Because let's be real, New York and LA and Israel have the highest number of Jewish people in the world. I never know how to slide it in that I'm Jewish. Like Henry does it like, I'm Jewish, I'm from New York. I guess it's because I'm from LA. I'm just like, I'm Jewish and I'm in therapy, That's the thing about people in LA. They'll either tell you nothing about themselves or everything. For me, I've been getting a lot of Bible verses that I don't know are a Bible verse till at the end. It's like Psalm 213. You know what I mean? Like it just sounds like nice words. And then I'm like, you said this to someone else before. You didn't make this up. This isn't really about me. It's Persian New Year. That's crazy. So it's Nowruz and then Ruz Bey. So I had an Uber driver named Behruz. And I said, do you know Ruz Bey? He goes, no. Behruz and Ruz Bey both mean good day. Now Ruz is new day. Guys, we're having a new good day today. Give it up for Persian New Year. Do you realize how great I know? That's so crazy. But I'll talk about my Jewish life. Basically, my bubby died probably, I don't know how many years ago. Ever since COVID, I know everybody says that, but I don't keep track. You know what I mean? I'm like, tomorrow anything could happen. Who cares about yesterday? But she died. And we were staying at my alive grandmother's house. And when somebody dies who's Jewish, like we do this thing called Shiva. It's this whole process, but it's actually kind of nice because everybody gets together and make sure everyone is fed. So we're staying at my grandma's house. And everybody sees people sitting Shiva in there and they think my Zadie died. And it went from like relief to disappointment when they found out it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about old person being a burden. That's what kills me. I was thinking about it. I was like, he was in control when he was a breadwinner. And now he's in control that now he's in a wheelchair, like even more so. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn Rummy Cube to communicate with this man. That's all he'll do. Play Rummy Cube. He used to play solitaire on the computer. And then now he's moved to Rummy Cube. But he'll still be like, your turn. I'm like, literally a woman comes to bathe you. You know what I'm saying? Your turn. Skipping me and shit. He goes real fast. So we take a limo to my bubby's funeral. It's my first time ever in a limo. And I'm trying to hide my excitement because, my mom's mom died. And in the car is me, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my cousin, and my mom's only real family right now, her brother Norbert. Now, my Uncle Norbert, literally that. Like, it's my Uncle Norbert, to sum him up, he was married once and divorced because he basically chose his car over his wife. She was like, you're spending too much time in the car, and he was like, okay, bye. Like, he lost the tip of his finger trying to clean out a part of his car. Like, he fingered his car too hard. You know what I'm saying? That's the tip of his finger. In the 2010s, I'm not talking about the 80s, like when, you lose a finger and it's like you're done. Like, I feel like nowadays it's pretty easy. No offense. He's just one of those guys. I don't know. He's just one of those guys where you're like, if you had gotten diagnosed with the personality, I need to stop with that therapy stuff. But it's true, if they had the resources, they would have been different. So I'm in the car and I look to my right and I see a soda can and I go, is this free? And they say yes. And I go, L'chaim, on the way to the funeral. L'chaim means to life. And then the limo driver starts going, to life, like he's singing, because he's trying to be cool. He turns the party lights on. My mom's just looking at me like, my dad's like, and my grandma is sitting there with a bag this big, going through coupons for her Gelson's trip after the funeral, verbally. How long do you think we're gonna? I'm like, girl. So we get to the cemetery. And all these, it's weird when you see the names of people that you didn't meet but you hear stories about. I'm like, hey, like who I was named after. Cool guy. But we walk up and there's this empty plot. My grandma's like, that's where I'm going to be. And then she starts complaining because there's a water drainage thing right next to it. I go, there's also a bench. And I'll sit there every day and visit you without missing a beat. She goes, you better not, you better be married. Why are you going to visit me? Go live a life. And I was like, oh my God, I love you. My grandma's real. She's real. My mom, I feel like my mom's laying in a sense, when he'll say stuff on stage and it keeps getting progressively darker. You're like, wait, what? And it's all true. I was talking to my mom about my grandma, and I was like, she had a really hard life. Because my grandma is now at the point where she's just like, I don't like living with an abusive man, but, just that stuff, you know what I mean? Or it's like, he basically, his diabetes, but all he wants to do is eat, to the point where, like, he left the fridge open so long the freezer doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that, where you're like, no, like, she hides food in, like, places he won't find it. Like, a bagel, she took a bagel out of, like, her pot. Like, it was, like, really sad, like, really scary. But they're kind of crazy. My dad is his own thing. Like, my dad has severe road rage, and as a kid I was like, what if there was a club of all the people who you've doomed to hear your verbal abuse, and they all find you and then they kill you? And he goes, come at me, you know what I'm saying? They deserve it. The first time I ever heard the word cunt, I was in the car with my dad, and he said, you fucking cunt. He goes, never say that. So, especially about a woman. Next time I heard it, it's about my mother, you know what I'm saying? It's family. So I talk to my. And anytime my dad will get loud, he'll go, we're Italian. I'm like, dude, what you are is at risk for a heart attack. My dad walked into my room once, and he goes, being fat is the worst thing you can be. And then just walked away. Like, that's Judaism. Saying shit like that. I was reaching for a donut. My grandma goes, could you imagine eating a whole one of those? You'd be dead. Not anymore. I didn't know we were... I don't know. Because the whole thing about Jews, it's like, we suffer, we eat, we laugh, we eat, we this, we eat, and it's like, why can't we just, like, eat and don't talk about it? Like, shut the fuck up that you're eating. One more piece! It's like, it's not gonna be one more piece. I don't care. My cousin JJ, he is a larger man, and his son got engaged to a larger woman. And JJ's like, she's so sweet, she's wonderful, but... and, like, assuming that, like, we're gonna understand what the butt is. And he's, like, worried about her health. I was like, King, like, you gotta go on a walk or something. Like, there's an issue. Like, I don't know. His wife is from New York. But it's like Fran Drescher if Fran Drescher wasn't funny and dressed well. So all you're hearing is her tone. And then her daughter has the same voice. And so she had a bat mitzvah, and she's Orthodox, and so all she did was a speech. She didn't read Torah, thank God. But it was a lot. I don't know if I talked about anything that I truly wanted to say, but that's kind of what happens. Glad to be here. Let's give it up for Sunda. She makes me happy. She's here. Bullshit. She's always here. That's what oh my God, I said that. I said she's always watching, and someone says, sounds like a cult. And I was like, did you pay $10 or not? Shut the fuck up. Okay, give it up for Sunda, everybody!
Damn, I said your name so many times in Liverpool.
With the accent?
You understand that I'm in Liverpool and people are calling about the open mic and they're asking me questions? Approximately how many people are going to go up before me? Who are you? And always it's the last person that comes in late that says, when am I going on? You know when you're going on. Are you going on tonight? You're just being pretty, but you're going to do a few minutes tonight because I brought you here. You're going to do a few minutes tonight, okay? All right? All right, you ready? All right, because I'm going to bring up my scientists and then whip you guys' asses, all right? All right, come on, let's do this. The one and only Trevor Silver.
My first time. Gonna grab some notes just to be safe.
Got in your head, man.
Absolutely.
How are we all doing tonight? So excited to be here, guys. We got a beautiful audience tonight. Look at you all. Absolutely gorgeous. But nobody from Los Angeles. Thank God. You know? Los Angeles, man. You know, I'm from Hawaii originally, just like this guy. You know, this guy right here, this is the most dangerous motherfucker in the room. Alright, you give him respect. You respect this guy. He'll protect you, he'll take care of you. If you pay him. Cool guy, though. I love him, man. And so, you know, living in Hawaii, when you come to Los Angeles, you're excited. You know, it's like a long-term relationship. You're happy at first, you know, but then after a few years, you start seeing nothing but all the problems. Nothing but all the problems. Los Angeles has a lot of problems. You've been hearing it all night. Homelessness. See, it got real fucking quiet. It's terrible. I feel absolutely terrible about it. You know, I just look at these poor homeless guys on the street. You know, they start giving you Jim Carrey faces. Hey, man. I got something for you. You want a spoon? Fucking spoon is bent in half. Rusted. No, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm good. No problem, man. Thank you. All right, you have a nice day. Alrighty then. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy place to be, but it's exciting, you know? When you first come here, you see the beautiful billboards, the beautiful giant buildings. I'm used to just fucking coconuts, you know? But I gotta say, I've been to Maui, I've been to a lot of beautiful Hawaiian islands, and I've been to Italy, but I gotta say, Los Angeles has some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Woo!
But they can be some bitches. You know what I'm talking about. It's the most beautiful, gorgeous girls that are the most conniving, evil, sadistic fucking bitches. You walk up to a beautiful girl in Los Angeles, you say, "Hey, I think you're really pretty." She looks at you and she says, "I fucked all your friends." Starts looking at you like the crazy bitch in that movie Smile. And so you see nothing but that. You try doing Tinder, you try doing these Bumble things, you get nothing but these sociopaths, man. Ready to do anything to you. Ready to eat you alive, ask you every single fucking question about what you've been through, how much money you make, how big is your dick. It's terrifying. I gave it up. Anybody here afraid of heights?
You.
Pussy. I'm just fucking with you. It's a good thing to be, you know that saying? You know what that saying is? You are what you eat. It's better than being a piece of shit, you know? I'd rather be a pussy, you know? But I don't like going down, you know? Fun fact, I was born with a rare condition called congenital anosmia. Anybody know what congenital anosmia is?
Can't tell.
Holy fucking shit!
Told you.
That's fucking crazy. Does that like mean 3 minutes? 1 minute? Excellent. So I was born without a sense of smell. Never smelled anything in my life. Caused too many fires like this guy. Because I can't fucking smell smoke. So I tell girls these days, you know, listen. I can't smell, sweetie. So I tell them, I got herpes on my lips. But I got a clean dick. Thank you very much, everybody. My name's Trevor Silver. I'm just starting out. I'm gonna make a brand new social media with that name. But if you want to follow me right now, you can follow my Instagram account, Trevor Kaikane, TrevorKaikane on Instagram. Thank you all for your time.
There you go, having fun over here, right? There you go, he does it with ease, like the comedy of Matty E. Let's do this. Get up here and do this. We're gonna rock and roll with this.
Thanks for sticking around, guys. Yeah. All right. What's going on? All right. So, yeah, I hate dating. I know it's cliche, but you know why? It's just because modern dating, there's just too many choices, right? We have we're spoiled with options. You know, you have the app. Everyone's in the app. You have, you know, everyone waiting in line. Everyone looking over the shoulder for the next best thing. You know, if anything, you know, gets hard, I'm out of here. You know, anything, you know, the least red flag is like, goodbye, ghosted.
It's so many options. We're spoiled with options. Let me give an example. I read this article, true article, the other day, where now women are dating ghosts. Yeah. Yeah, Casper, Go Bump in the Night, Freaky Phantoms, Sexy Supernatural Ghosts. Yeah, and this article, this lady, she's like hooked up with 20 ghosts and she's engaged with one of them. 20 ghosts! I don't know if it's all at the same time, but, you know, talk about a ghost train. Yeah, who would have thought what women want? You know, they want guys to have money. They want them to have, you know, humor, death. You know, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see the light. Yeah. What if she likes older men? What if she likes older men? How am I gonna live up to a guy who died 200 years ago? Yeah, women dating ghosts. It's crazy. It's crazy, yeah. You know, probably quieter than me, knows how to disappear. Yeah. So, like, what would be the consent there for a ghost? Like, what do you have to do? Like, pay a medium? You know, have a seance with some candles? You can imagine, like, the, you know, the medium's there, and she's like, okay, I'm starting to see a vision. There's a guy. He wants to ask, do you like some light choking? Maybe a threesome? I'll give you a discount. It's like, whoa, medium. Settle down there. Blow out some of those candles. So the ladies are going to have to change their toys up. You know, you got your bedside table. You know, change it up. You know, you got the vibrator, the whips, the Ouija board. But it all makes sense, though. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, with social media, it's decreasing our skills, you know, for human interaction, where it increases the narcissism and self-absorbed. So you're looking all day, you're doom scrolling the perfect lives. You know, you got the best bodies, the best vacations, the best food. You know, they're basically, you're looking at there and you're seeing this fantasy life. So women are looking at all these fantasies and they're looking at the fairy tale. And what is a ghost story if not a dangerous fairy tale? Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. And women like danger. Ladies, you like the bad boy, right? So it all makes sense with these ghosts. Yeah. Likes the bad boy. So I'm thinking about getting ahead of this. I'm going to make an app for women who want to meet ghosts. Yeah. I'm actually, you know, I'm going over the features and stuff. And I'm between a couple names. I'm just going to judge by your guys laughing. I'm coming up with 3 names. Maybe you guys can help me out here with the 3 names for my dating app. First one, Ghost Lusters. 2, You're dead to me. 3, Resurrection. Resurrection! I think it's 3, yeah. Nice. And on these features, right, you can have different features in the app, like, I don't know, how did he die? So she's looking on there, she's like, oh, died of old age. That's boring, that's so basic. Oh, died bungee jumping. He sounds adventurous, yeah. Died with like a Romeo and Juliet, you know, where they, you know, had a... What happened with Romeo and Juliet? They drank the poison, they died, you know, and then she's like, that's too clingy, you know? There's just too many options out there. And that's why I hate dating.
Where can they find you? Huh? Where are you going to tell them to find your social media? Don't tell me, tell Mike.
Tell the mic.
Yeah. Oh, people at home.
So instead of finding me on social media, come out to Flappers Saturday at 7. I get you some discount tickets. And then I'll.
And how would they find you then? You'd have
Don't know. So it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger.
All right. A cliffhanger it is. You know, besides
Monica, there was, besides Samantha, there was Monica, and there was Luke. And all three of these guys got it going on. So if you guys, when I'm gone next time, want to help out, make sure you let them know. And Lincoln, you're not leaving right now, right?
No.
Because I got to put Monica on before I just can't to put her on. I haven't seen her in a month of Sundays, and I have to see her. Let's give it up for Monica with a K.
Hi guys, nice to see you here. Happy Monday. Thank you. Lenny, you talked about running into a crackhead. I too once knew a crackhead. It was a 7-year-old boy with a skull fracture. Which he got from falling on his head after taking too many horse tranquilizers. I had a good week so far. I went to therapy. Took a big shit afterwards. Call that trauma dumping. I've been doing a lot of research about farmers. There are about 2 million farmers in America. There are about 300,000 people who help out those farmers. They're called pharmacists. Farmers, they have a very difficult job. For all their crops, the farmers have to be the parent and legal guardian. But farmers, I think farmers, they deserve a job title. Like, the title farmer is just too boring. We need a new title, like plant sex worker. Really put the horror in horticulture. So I'm going to talk about plant sex for the next couple minutes, and you're all going to listen. So the vast majority of plants are what are called monoecious. That means within the plant, there's both sperm and eggs being made in there. Kind of like IHOP. Only about 5 to 6% of plants are dioecious, which is why the gender binary can put some people at risk of heart disease and being an asshole. So if a daisy wants to go over there and fuck itself, literally, the first step in doing so is called pollination. Pollination is the process of moving pollen from the male sex organ of a plant, called the stamen, to the female sex organ of the plant, called the pistil. Pollen is what contains all the sperm from the male sex organ. That's why if you have a pollen allergy, if pollen gives you skin irritation, headaches, nausea, fever, chances are you might be a lesbian. Pollination is a very difficult process. Some plants can do it by themselves, which is like go off, I guess. Other plants need the help of a wingwoman, and by wingwoman, I mean bees. All worker bees are pollinators. All worker bees are female, but they only get about half as much honey as the male bees do. And pollinators help facilitate moving pollen into the ovary, which is where all of the eggs are, kind of like the opposite of any grocery store in LA. My roommate the other day, she was like, damn it, Trader Joe's is so expensive. I need to start freezing my eggs. I'm like, you are way too young for that. So yeah, basically, sperm meets egg, fertilizes in the plant, and then from that, a seed emerges, an animal might eat that seed, shit out the seeds, and from their shit, a new plant grows. It's kind of like those eggs that you eat if you take a shit in the toilet, and within the pipes of the toilet, a new chicken is born. It's like the same process. Which just goes to show that everything in this world comes from jack shit. So why am I telling you any of this? Why does any of this matter? I think our culture pressures us to have sex a bit too early and too soon, and makes a caricature out of those who don't want to. We all want to get laid, like eggs from chickens who end up in IHOP. I will fully dismiss, I'm not a very sexually experienced person. I'm still kind of in the process of figuring out my own sexuality. For the longest time, when I'd fill out those surveys that asked me for what my sexual orientation is, I would just click other and write unfuckable. But this is the time in my life when I can experiment, I can have fun, because I have nothing to lose except my virginity. But I'm definitely getting to a point where my lack of sexual experience is making me progressively more uncool. You know when you're like 14, 15, and you see your gynecologist asks, are you sexually active? And I'm like, no. And now I'm 18, almost 19, and my gynecologist are like, are you sexually active? And I'm like, no. And she's like, come on! You're better than this. Pussy? I'm like, excuse me? She's like, you're pussy. I need to do a pelvic exam. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, it's fine. Like, go take your pants off and lie on that table. I changed the sheets for you. But I'm telling you all this because I hope there's some comfort in knowing that you're kind of eating dick and pussy all the time. Every fruit that you eat is a ripened plant ovary at the end of the day. When you compare apples and oranges, that's fucking misogynistic. And we're eating sperm all the time too. In plants, there's a compound called endosperm, which is kind of like this protective coating around the sperm of a plant. You know, rice, solid endosperm. Wheat, cracked endosperm. Coconut, shredded endosperm. Brazil nuts, those are just nuts. But they're also sperm. We're eating sperm for breakfast, sperm for lunch, sperm for dinner. You know, and if you have celiac disease, if you are allergic to nuts, if you have a coconut allergy, or have insensitivities to any of those compounds that contain endosperm that I might have mentioned, then chances are you might be a lesbian. Thank you so much for coming out. You can find me on Instagram at Monica Noreen. That's Monica_Noreen_. Thank you for being such a good audience.
Just keep coming. Just bring it up here, Lincoln. We're waiting for you. Let's do this. Come on, man.
Thank you. Hello. Man, I've been hearing a lot about like Allen Iverson. You guys been hearing about that? Right, like Allen Iverson's taking our jobs. Allen Iverson, who knows, you know, I couldn't believe it. It's so fucked up. Basketball fans over here. Man, when I came over here, I saw something that's really been bugging me recently. Something I think is very racist and very in our faces. Crosswalks, right? I don't know if you guys know about that. You know, I think most people see a crosswalk and they assume that it's just letting you know when to go and when not to go, right? But that's not what I see. What I see is a brutal and fucked up tribute to American imperialism and how they fuck the Native Americans. I'm serious, right? Because what is a crosswalk, right? It's a white man walking, right? That's what it is, a white man walking. And then it's a red hand saying stop. Or, say more accurately, stop, right? But what does he do? What does he do? Just keeps on walking, right? Immediately backs his foot. And you wait again, stop again. What does he do? He keeps walking. Right? Like, this is some really, really in-your-face fucking racism, right? And to do it against Native Americans, who I think got the worst of all people. And I think there's, like, really definitive proof of that, okay? Native Americans, they don't even have a food, right? Like, it's true. You ever been to, like, a Native American restaurant, right? I've never been to one. It's ridiculous, you know? And it's not just like a lot of people who suffer throughout the world, like they still got a food, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Like Italians, you know, they came here, they got persecuted, you know, they got Italian food, right? You know, Armenians, they had a genocide, they got Armenian food, right? Even Jews, and they've been through a lot, they got a food. It's not good, but like they got it, you know? Like that's good. So, you know, it's like we rape their culture so bad they don't even have a food left. So to see that is really ridiculous. I feel like there's more in that joke. I'm so rusty. It's been like fucking 6 days since I came up. I feel naked up here.
We love it.
Thank you. What else? Okay. I was thinking the other day that I don't understand is why China's so against homosexuality. Right? Have you guys heard that before? Yeah, I was watching like Fantastic Beasts: Where to Find Him. And that's the loudest laugh I've got. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Right? And basically in that movie, Dumbledore's gay, right? And China edited out a scene that shows he's gay. And it's the weirdest thing because China doesn't have, like, a religion to be against gay people, right? Like, they're not, like, Muslim, like these countries, right? And it's even crazier because, like, didn't they have an overpopulation problem? Right? Like, I don't understand how they missed this one. This feel like a solution right there, right? Like, for people who are really supposed to be really good at fucking math, you know, like one guy, zero child, you know, I don't really understand what's going on here. Right? It's crazy. And it's like, you know, like, and it's like, and we know 2 guys can't have a child, right? Because gay guys, they have a lot of sex. Like, we would have found out by now, right? Like, I think, so I really don't know how they didn't do it, you know? Yeah. No, but, you know, there's some people who in the audience might say, like, oh, but, you know, gay people can adopt. Like, yeah, that's right. That's true. That's true. You know, and I'm honestly so for gay people adopting. I really am. But, like, lesbians adopting... that one for me is just like I'm not there yet. I think it could really lead to some problems. That's right. Because like, so I'm black, right? And for years I've heard the biggest problem with the black community is lack of father figures, right? So I'm like it doesn't. Like, are we gonna see children of lesbians incarcerated at like a 40% more rate? I don't know if we're gonna be. I just don't know if it's gonna be the vibe. Oh, this is what happens when you do jokes like that, not for the first time. It does help a lot. You feel more comfortable doing it. I gotta start doing this more. No, but yeah, okay. Just do a little bit more. I'm sorry, Luke. This is your family, by the way. Yes. 2 and
dad, mom, Jen.
Nice. That's oh, nice. Oh wait, I think I met you once actually. Yeah, dope. Is this your first time seeing your son perform or no?
Yeah. Well,
nice.
he's performed other things, other plays, musicals.
Nice. Is this what you'd expect an open mic to be, or either you in comedy or anything like that, or?
Oh, you never did this, but it's pretty good. We like it.
Okay, I'm gonna try something comedians do that like I've never tried, and like, but it's like the bread and butter for like comedians. What do you do for work?
Oh. I'm in trucking. I'm an owner of trucks and a manager.
Trucking.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna talk after.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Dope. Yeah, That's dope. Truck off. Damn it. God damn it. That would have been good. I would have truck off. God damn it. I'll put it in the book. Next time. I have nothing. What do you do for work?
I'm a physical therapist.
Oh, dope. That's amazing.
I work with disabled people. Who was it that had the disabled bus joke? One of the guys.
Oh, shit.
They laugh now.
I don't know how comfortable I am with the physical therapist who does it immediately going, who is it? Like, oh shit, okay. It's a good thing the broadcast is like, I'm on camera, not you, because this could be really bad for you. It's terrible. I don't know. Whatever. All right, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Fuck, I am gonna look at my phone for my last thing I'm gonna do. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna look at my phone. Fuck that. Okay. Anyone been watching some TV shows recently? Anyone watch Last of Us? Right? No, really? How this many? Really, Mark?
You didn't play the game.
Not even one of this like Gen Z like melting pot and Gen Z. Really? How old are you?
Oh no, I'm just saying I've watched a little bit of it. I played the game.
That was a Gen Z melting pot. He's like, I'm in between Gen Z, Gen X. Maybe I haven't figured it out. I have that like 96 birthday that's right in between. Like I'm not Gen Z. No, but that's shocking. I don't know why, Mark. I just assumed all you did was just stick your head in newspapers and like I didn't even think you watched TV or movies. But please, am I wrong? Yeah. Please vent to me about Mark soon.
There's nothing to vent about. I train my daughters to be science fiction fans.
Oh, nice.
I have to watch Rag and Bone tonight.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's season 2. My daughter Nate bought me all 3 books to read. They're Star Wars fans. I can't get them to watch Star Trek though. That's a lot of work.
I watched the movies. I thought those are the only thing I've seen, like the ones with Chris Pine and shit. Very good. You watch anime?
I watch what?
Do you watch anime?
Yes, I do.
What?
What the fuck does
I know, right? I want the camera like pan to this like man who you're like, this guy, like watch, he's like got like a fucking, I don't know, like a Naruto tattoo on like his back or something we don't even know about. Like,
you didn't watch Castlevania?
Oh yeah, on Netflix? Oh yeah, that was amazing, yeah. That was great.
What's the other one on Netflix? The one
Demon Slayer?
What?
Demon Slayer?
No,
One Punch Man.
You don't watch The Witcher?
Oh, The Witcher. That's not an anime.
No, Witcher's cool though.
Oh yeah. What do you? So do
you don't watch Carnival Row? Good steampunk.
Okay, now you're just saying things. I don't. Now he's like, and also he's just gonna keep saying stuff. That's 1 minute, right?
I watch every last one.
Every last one. Jesus
of
Christ.
all these shows.
He has to.
Isn't he a lawyer? Like, how does he find the time? I'm a little like, what the fuck? This guy's slacking off in his office for sure. He's like, walk in, like he's got his door locked. He's like, no, I'm working on documents.
I've watched Doctor Who in the office on occasion.
Okay, last thing. I don't even know. Do you think Liam Hemsworth's going to be a good Witcher?
No.
You don't think so? No. Well, you think he's too young, right?
No, he's just not Henry Cavill.
Yeah, fair enough. It does suck he's been knocked out of The Witcher. I'm sure there's something funny to say about it, but I don't have it. Anyway, my name is Lincoln. Thank you very much. You can find me on... I'm so close to posting a video. I'm literally in the process of editing it. That I did here, so this will be my first edit. But I think my Instagram's going to be called, and what do you think about this? Lincoln Be Thinking. Yeah! All right. Thank you. Wait. Lenny, I just want to say, the reason why, I don't know if, like, when I went crazy when Lenny did his joke, because I don't want to say again, he said, I like dumb girls so they can't defend themselves in court. That was like a dagger, man. I thought it was really funny. It was really shock value. I thought everyone should have laughed at that. All I want to say.
That's it. Just when you think it was almost over, one more for a few minutes. Maxie, get up here. Come on, real quick. Come over here from New Orleans, baby. Come on.
Oh, this is Max?
I'm the Marks guy. Marks. Max Marks with an R. Hey, guys. Oh, shit. Anyway, whatever. I was thinking about leprechauns with thyroid problems today while I was looking in the mirror. Fucking laugh, baby. So, yeah, just like little things about me, I guess. I couldn't talk till I was 6 years old, okay? Fun fact, it's true, okay? Parents thought they bought a fucking miracle, you know what I mean? Like, imagine having a kid and then you're like, dude, I think we may have fucking Jesus Christ right here. He's not doing shit. And so they realized that wasn't a thing because Jesus already went and gone. But I knew they thought it was a miracle though because they sent me to sign language school first. Like that was their first fucking thought they had. They was like, oh, our kid's like 3.5 and hasn't talked. Let's just teach him another language rather than the one that we all speak in the country. So they sent me to sign language school for a while. And I remember some of it, you know, it's like little things, you know, whatever. And, but yeah, they sent me to sign language school. Then they came around to being guilty, you know, they sent me to a doctor. And they said that the reason why I didn't talk is because I had no reason to. I would just point at things and they would just hand me it. Because they were like, it's my fucking kid. I love this guy. He's fucking doing everything he wants. I would just point and my mom would be like, yeah. She just fucking shove her tit in my face all the time. So that was me and my mom's relationship for a while, just pointing and titting, you know. And y'all's was too, by the way. It wasn't just fucking me. Y'all sucked on y'all's mom's tits for a while. And Jesus did too, you know, like, I was thinking about it today. I was like, they say, like, I mean, Jesus is sinless. Let's not get weird here, but he did suck on that fucking tit for a while, you know, just like the rest of us, you know? And I was reading that, like you can, what's it called? Arouse a woman by, like, just touching her nip, you know? Virgin Mary was a virgin, right? No action. Has Jesus sucking on that tit? Like, she had to feel something. Jesus, anyway, that was tough, right? I thought about it while I was sitting down over there. Actually, I was like, that's pretty fucking crazy. I'm gonna say that while I'm on. Anyway, so my mouth is burning on the way home from church one time. Because, like, my priest wouldn't, like, get his fingers out of my mouth or something. Whatever was going on at the time, like, and my mouth is on fire, and my mom, like, has this cup of ice, and I'm like pointing at it, and she's like, you want the fucking ice, like, because she's not handing it to me because the doctor said don't hand me shit. So I punched my mom in the fucking face, and then she gave me up for adoption. She adopted me back though, because She thought I was cool. But yeah, I asked the LA girl for her number the first time the other day. She said no, which is good. But she gave me her Instagram, and her Instagram said like actress model, you know, like all these bitches do, right? And I'm learning this fucking LA lingo, this like LA like code they all have, right? This actress model is just a server or a bartender, entrepreneur. Their dad is fucking rich. It's straight daddy's money. Stand-up comic. The fucking legends, bro. Now we're just homeless, but anyway. Uno momento. Let's think, this was actually fun. I've been to this is like the 4th time I've been on stage, but like I've been to like 3 other open mics, and this is like, y'all look pretty good. You know, y'all are smiling and shit. Everybody else is just writing shit down. Like,
because of this woman right here.
Look at you.
Environmental.
No,
You guys do it.
All right, guys. Well, that's my time. I appreciate it.
On Instagram.
Oh.
Mark's for real, bro. Mark's for real.
And this is your cell phone?
Oh yeah. You can put.
I'm kidding. I was gonna do that. That would be. Oh my God, prank call. Guess what I do to my husband all the time?
What?
He calls me and I go, law offices. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to call my wife. He gets so mad at me. Then he hangs up the whole time. I don't have time for your games. Your stupid jokes. Go make some fucking money. But he loves me. Can't you tell? Love
Yeah.
No idea. If you love me, let me be. With that Amex card, I can see. Listen, we have another show after this, and we invite all of you to go follow Luke and company to our first night of a weekly show called The Comedy Bar at your place, Rue's-Base place, at Delphi Greek. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for tuning in. Right now, there's something going on with GoDaddy and my website. Otherwise, you can follow us at LA School of Comedy. Follow me at LA School of Comedy. My name is Sunda Live, SUNDALIVE, Sunda Live. Follow me, like us, Yelp us, but support us. And let's make sure that you people remember that stand-up comedy is a performing art. I'm Sunda Kroonquist. Good night.
Woo!